Good evening, friends. Just wanted to say a quick message here. It's been a long and tedious, exhausting mentally, physically weekend. Um, some of you know and some of you may not know, but my wife's grandmother, which is my father in law's mother, passed away uh, from natural causes on last Thursday at about 12 noon in the afternoon. She was 96 years old. God blessed her with a long, beautiful life on this earth, and she had 8 children. She was an incredible woman who worked very hard, who had the strength of a mule. She was a very loving, as far as unconditional to her family. She was super strong in her faith as a devout Catholic. Um, One of the stories I wanted to share with you guys is that this woman survived the Korean War. One of the most tragic things that happened to her, the reason she's only survived by 5 children, is she lost 2 in the war and one due to, was an artist. He was diagnosed with stomach cancer and died very early as well. Um, when war was broken out in Korea, she grabbed all of her kids because the soldiers were coming, bombs were going off. It was in the middle of the night. So she by herself is running with 8 children, 4 on each side. And as they're running through field, machine gun fire, bombs going off, one of the children, when they finally stopped, and they said, "Where's your brother?" And he said he doesn't know, that the night took him. They were running, and he either fell in a pit, a trap, or he got blown up. Something happened, but his hand just was yanked away as she was running. I couldn't even imagine dealing with some kind of tragedy like that, but luckily she got 7 of her children back home safely. Another one she lost as a casualty of the war. She wouldn't give the details about that one. That must have been far worse. And then, like I said, the last one, stomach cancer. I just wanted to tell you guys that, I've seen a lot of death in my time. Uh, I'll be turning 44 this coming Saturday, and I've been to over 35 funerals, so I've dealt with death a lot. My wife, unfortunately, hadn't, so it was very much a hard weekend for her. She's 36, and her grandmother's been around in her life her whole entire life, so it was extremely hard for her. Her grandmother was like a second mother for her, bathed her, took care of her, always took her to church. You know, she did a lot for her, and this was a extremely rough time for my wife. She she didn't deal with it very well, neither did a lot of the members of the family. I see death in a different way. Someone who's 96, cussed like a sailor, smoked like a chimney, was a great person who unconditionally loved me, accepted me with loving arms into her family, and always told me she loved me, and accepted me right away, even though we had a very big gap in with language. My my proficiency with Korean is adolescent at best, maybe like a third grade level, so I could communicate with Harmony, but not on a super in-depth level. But she loved me, and she always told me she loved me. She always gave me a hug and told me she loved me every time. You know, every time I would see Harmony, I would tell her, "안녕하세요, 보고 싶었어요, 잘 지내세요." Which tells you, says that I miss her and that how have you been? And I always asked her if she was okay, 어디 아파요, and make sure she was okay. And I always hugged her and told her, "Harmony, 너무 사랑해요." My Korean sucks. I can read it, I can write it, but I'm like at third grade proficiency. But Harmony knew how I felt about her, and like I said, I love that woman, and it's gonna be hard that she's gone because she was definitely the matriarch of the family and held the family together by its roots. The good things that Harmony left behind were her 5 children, her grandchildren, and then her great grandchildren. And it showed me that life is about family. Me growing up, I didn't have unconditional love, and my family wasn't crap. My mother didn't love me unconditionally, and my half brothers and half sisters we had no kind of relationship, and my father was murdered when I was only 38 days old. So seeing her has inspired me even further to work harder for my wife, our three daughters, and all of my family, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and the people I consider family, my close friends. So, she left behind a great legacy, and I just wanted to tell you guys that life is short. From the day we are born, we start dying, and do what you can while you can. Don't put things off. Every day is a gift. Tomorrow's promised to no one. When you get up in the morning, have a plan of what you want to do and what you want to accomplish week to week, and get out in the world and do it. Don't make excuses. Don't put it off and say, I'll do better next time. Work hard every day while you have the time, while you see people, treat them the best you can, help where and when you can, because you might not get another chance next time. I mean, literally, it's like blowing out a candle. Harmony was extremely gifted because she was blessed with 96 years. I mean, that's a life. That's sometimes two people's lifetimes. Her husband died of cancer when he was 56. So she survived all those years without him, and she was heartbroken when he died. She tried to jump in when they were lowering his casket because she was so heartbroken. So she's the epitome of strength and has inspired me just to work harder, to treat people better, and take care of people. I mean, people are what matter in this life. To see how many people showed up to her funeral was such an inspiring thing. To see how many people loved her, cared for her, respected her, prayed for her. We all should be so lucky to have that many people show up at our funeral to bid us goodbye. When we're born into this earth, we have a lot of people that come to the hospital knowing that we're coming into the world, and to see someone leave with a lot of people like that as well was amazing. And I was blessed enough to be one of her pallbearers, and I felt it was a huge honor to carry her to her final resting place and to help in that. And I just feel blessed to have been a part of such a great woman's life. And I know I'm rambling, partially in fact of exhaustion. I feel like I'm sick. I haven't gotten sick in a long time, but I've been sleeping only like 4.5 hours a night, back and forth to Maryland. Each way is an hour and a half. We've been doing it every day since Thursday. And so I'm having my beer here, my Yinling Premium that my brother Nate Murr brought me, who I didn't get to see Saturday because of Harmony passing, as well as my brother Jimmy over at F3. They had an event. Sorry I couldn't make it, guys, but I know you guys understand. So anyway, I just want to say thank you from me and my family for all the people who sent their condolences. I couldn't believe how many people texted, called, and wrote messages. I just want you guys to know we really appreciate it, and it means a lot. Money can buy a lot of things. You can always make more money, but people and the time people put into other people and the kind of love and things that other people show each other is what's important in this life. And I just want you guys to understand that, people and our time here and those bonds we make is what is important in life. Nothing else. As far as I'm concerned, in my opinion is concerned, it's you guys, my friends, my family, my associates, my loved ones, my acquaintances, and the times we spend together and the things we do together. Those are the priceless things that we carry on to the next life and that matter the most. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I know I'm rambling, but I just wanted to take a few minutes while everything was fresh in my mind to say thank you again. God bless you guys. Please be safe and remain vigilant. God bless.